Hey, trying to find a spot that's good where I can lean back. There we go. Hi, so I am right now in Den Haag, in a beach town right near Den Haag. The beach town is called Scheveningen. It's a hard town to say, but it's a small beach town. I'm right on the beach, and it's a beautiful beach. Obviously, it's cold, though. It's November, so I've been out wearing a hat and gloves and a heavy coat and scarves and everything today. So lots of wind because it's the Netherlands, but really gorgeous. And it was sunny. The sun shone through today, and it just was amazing. And I just had an amazing day. I'm just resting. I'm just working on myself. I'm loving life. I'm practicing gratitude, and it's just, I'm meeting beautiful people, and it's amazing. So I wanted to talk to you today about, are you committed to yourself? I know as a mom, I made a commitment as a mom, day one, to take care of my family. And obviously that's what we need to do. And that's important. Super, super important. The problem is that because parenting is so undervalued and not supported, that we get put as mothers into a role of Wonder Woman, of just doing everything because we're completely committed to our families. And that role is so big. It's bigger than one person or two people can actually handle. And so it takes up everything. It's like all consuming. And so what happens is that we get consumed by our families. And we love our families. There's nothing wrong with any of that. Except, and there's a helicopter right out my window for some reason. And maybe it's a medical helicopter, so thank you for rescuing somebody or for supporting, so I'm sure it's there for a reason. But so in terms of being committed to yourself, do you take the time to find a way to nurture yourself? Do you take the time to commit to yourself to move forward in your life, to pursue your dreams, to even know what your dreams are, to take care of yourself, to revitalize yourself, to do the things that you want to do, to recognize when you're playing small, to allow yourself to be who you really are, to work on, have you committed to yourself to work on your limiting beliefs, to become aware of your limiting beliefs and allow them to melt away, to get rid of them? Have you made a commitment to yourself to look at your stories? Hey, Stephanie. To look at your stories, right, that you've created in your mind that are holding you back, that are making you small. And do I do that right? There's Stephanie. So yes, that's huge, because we need to carve out the time to make these commitments to ourselves. And you know what? I'm going to be the first to say that sometimes life is so hard and life is so full that it feels impossible to do that. And, I will also say, because even when I've had life being so hard that I had nothing left in me, I could make micro commitments to take care of my body, to eat healthy, to read, to breathe, to meditate. I did find ways to do micro commitments, because sometimes that's all we can do. So what I'm talking about today is can you make those micro commitments? And then is there a way, are you finding any freedom in your life to be able to take that to the next level? To be able to commit to growing yourself, growing your life into something greater because you were meant for something greater, to growing your impact in the world because you came here for a purpose. So what is your impact? You know, have you committed to figuring out what your impact is, and how you're gonna do that, how you're gonna move forward with that? Have you committed to making money? Like, you know, sometimes I know that my commitment to myself used to be, I'm going to make an impact. I want to reach parents. I want people to know that they're good. I want people to know that their children are good. I want people to know that off-track behavior is a child who's hurting. Like I have these messages that I want to share. And I never, ever, ever said to myself, and I want to make money doing that. So I've shifted into like, yes, I want to make this kind of impact. I want to do all that. And I want to make really good money doing it. And I know that I can. So there's so much you can do. But the first step is committing to yourself what you want, what your desire is, where you want to make an impact. And you know what? Our desires, when we start to really go for them or look at them, like they're pages and pages and pages long. Like we have tons of desires. Some are small and some are big. And so start to chip away at the small desires first if you can't go after the bigger ones. But do something. Commit to that. Commit to moving forward with your desires. Commit to making a list of desires. You know, commit to something that feeds your soul. Commit to something that brings you joy. Commit to something that makes your heart sing. Like there's so much. It's so easy as a woman, as a mother, to just get sucked into taking care of everybody else so that we sort of like go on autopilot of, oh yeah, this is what I do. And like I clear the table, I wash the dishes, I put the kids to bed. I like collapse on the bed with my clothes on because I can't even move and I'm so tired. And then I get up the next morning and I do the same thing all over again. It's so easy to get caught up in that role. And so what I would love to see for women is that we get the opportunity to shift things so that we can help ourselves to fulfill our desires, to move forward with our desires as we're loving our children and as we're raising our kids, as we're supporting our families. Like, hey, Allie, as we're doing all these things, you know, we can still fulfill our desires. And that's what I want to see for women and mothers, is to be able to do both. And I think you can do both. I think we can do both if we make it a priority for ourselves. If we make ourselves a priority and we commit to ourselves to do these things, to move forward with our desires, and to even have desires is amazing. And it took me years to get to this point where I actually said to myself, I mean, I used to think, well, I know my desires. Oh yeah, I know them. And I could like maybe name 5 off the top of my head. Well, when I started writing them down, I think, you know, pages and pages and pages of desires of all these things that I want that I forgot. Like I just shelved them. I put them away on a shelf. And I'm like, not now. You know, it's still a desire, but not now, not now. And now that I have them in writing and they're there on paper, I actually posted them in my bedroom. They're there for me to see. They're there for me to express. I look at them probably not every day, but maybe every other day, sometimes several days in a row. And I'll look at them like, oh yeah, like I've already forgotten some of the stuff written on there. I'm like, what one do I want to happen next? Which one am I going to visualize? And I get to look at it and figure that out and decide what it is that I want. And I'm a single parent. You know, I'm a single parent. And so I have so many responsibilities and so little time, but I have made time. I have committed to myself to be successful in my business. I have committed, hey, Samantha, I have committed to my family, to move my family forward. I have committed to my children that I'm going to fulfill more of their desires too. And so the commitment can go on and on. Like, as the provider of my family, I've committed to so many things for my kids too. And I am so excited about that, because that's the first step to making it happen. I have committed to making more money. And I'm in a business that's allowing me to do that. So are you making commitments to yourself? That is definitely the first step. And so, Samantha, you might have to start at the beginning, because that's what I'm talking about in terms of making commitments to ourselves and what that looks like and why it's hard. And so anyway, I'm just going to probably close now, but it's so important to start that process with us, because our lives will not move forward if we're not intentional enough to make that happen. If we're not really telling the universe, hey, I want more in life. Hey, and like I was shouting to the sea today. Hi, Samantha. I was shouting to the sea today. Hey, I want this. I want my tribe to come to me. Like, I want to show people in this business how to make a ton of money and make an impact on the world. So my window's over there. That's where the sea is. I was shouting this to the sea today. It was so fun. Just claim that and make that commitment to myself that this is what I want, and I am declaring it, and I am shouting it to the universe. How else will the universe know? If we're waffling, if we're iffy, if we don't know what we want, the universe won't know what we want either. And you need to make it crystal clear what it is that you want, and you need to shout it out to the universe. So that's one reason why I'm here at the sea. Hey, Stephanie. Yes, women should have freaking amazing lives. Like, absolutely. Rather than motherhood is amazing. It's the best thing I've ever done in my life. But holy cow, there's so much more that I can do. And I know that's the case for so many other people. So I just know that, you can find your desires. You can shout your desires to the universe. You can move forward with your desires. And if it's not in massive steps, it can be in micro commitments too. So I know that that's possible for all of us. So go for it. Just go for it. And don't wait. What are you waiting for? There's no reason to wait. Make it happen now. So I am hi Nirja, you needed this too. Thank you. Yeah. So yes, I just hope you all have a beautiful, amazing day. I am so blessed and thankful that you came today and that you're here. And I'm having such a blast to be here with you as well. So just take care and just go for it. Just go for it. All right. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.